Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making video. Today I thought I would do some more mixed media and I'm going to start with some distress oxides. We've got broken china and peacock feathers, which are both blue greens, and faded jeans, which is a blue violet. I'm going to start with broken china and a fairly large paintbrush and paint some circles, really loosey-goosey. Plenty of water. I'm working on Daler Rowney mixed media paper. It's a really robust paper and will take pretty much whatever you throw at it. So we've got some nice big blobs of broken china, very dilute, nice and light. And without drying them, I'm going to do the same thing with peacock feathers. And I'm going to go over the original circles. So these colours are going to mix and blend. May lose the circle shapes altogether, but that's okay. It's just a way of getting colour down on the page. So I'm going off the edge and the top and the bottom, different size circles, and as I use up the ink, they're getting lighter and lighter till there's barely any colour. Now for some faded jeans. So you can still see the circles there, but they're all merging into one another and the colours are mixing really nicely. There are some white bits left. I haven't covered every centimetre of the paper, but it is more or less covered. And now I'm going to dry that. So that's dry. I'm going to go in with another layer of broken china. Again, water it down. Now add some more circles on top. And before I do any more circles in a different colour, I'm going to dry it because I'm enjoying these more defined lines in this second layer. Now for peacock feathers again. So I'm not completely filling in this second layer of circles. These are more swirls than full circles. Starting to look like lots of flowers. Again, we'll dry that before we do the faded jeans. So I want to add some metallic now, and I'm going to do that with gold. And I've got some on my brush, and I'm going to add some gold swirls on top. Being really loose. I'm holding my brush right at the end so I can't have too much control. I'm going to try and do some clockwise ones now, is it? I think I've been doing anti-clockwise, now I'm going to do clockwise, yeah, so they don't all look the same. And now for some gold spatters as well, I think. And one more dry. So now that's all dry, I'm going to use this square stitched frame die to cut out the frame and the square in the centre. Right, I've cut 6 of these. I've got a nice pile. But I want to add a little bit of extra colour around the edge of the frame. This is going to dull that gold a bit, but that's okay. It just pushes the attention into the square. And I'm thinking this needs a little bit of stenciling. Could do stamping, but I'm going to do stenciling. And I've got this various size circle stencil, and I'm going to put a little bit of faded jeans up here in this corner and a little bit down here in this corner. So I'm happy with my square. I'm just putting some high-tack white glue on the back. And I'm going to put it on some linen textured white card because I want to give it a bit of a border before I stick it on my card blank. So that's got a border that's about 1/8 of an inch. I'm beveling the edges of that white card to make it look more die cut, neaten it up a bit. And I've put that in the centre of a card blank, which is, I think, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. You can obviously put this on whatever card blank you like. So I think we're ready for a bit of embellishing now. And I've die cut this white floral wreath. So I'm thinking that can go on there, could go off to the side, could go right in the middle. I'll have a think. I've cut a whole bunch of flowers here and I want to give them a blush of colour, and a blush of colour that goes well with the colours that we've used here already. So we've got blue green and blue violet with blue in between them. If we look opposite blue, we've got orange. So if we use these three, orange, blue violet and blue green, we've actually got what's called a split complementary colour palette. So you've got a colour, you go opposite, and then you go to the either side colours. We're going to use blue green and blue violet and the orange. And for my orange, I'm going to use dried marigold and a finger dauber and just lightly go around the edge of my petals. And maybe a little bit in the middle. There are two layers to these flowers. One with smooth edge petals and one with raggedy edge or frilly edges. So the frilly edges I put at the bottom. Not sure if that's how they're meant to go, but that's how I do it. So I'll give that a bit more colour. Just make sure this looks fairly natural. Some gentle swiping, and we'll put a little dab of glue in there, not too much, and we'll place that on top. I'll add another little dot of glue in the middle for the flower centre. We'll keep that nice and bright and white. And this is where you see if colour theory matches colour reality. And I think that actually works quite nicely. Not too bold and in your face. I will, when this is dry, give it a bit of shape, but I'll just make up the rest and we'll see how many we need. Right, I've got a couple of bits of foam here and my edge beveling / embossing tool, and I'm going to press down in the middle and give it a little swirl just to make the petals curl up a little bit. You can also take something like a pokey tool and put it under a petal and kind of fold the petals downwards a bit. So my flowers are ready. I've got a sentiment. I'm going to stick down my wreath, just a few dobs of glue on the back, and I'm going to place that in the centre for this card. I will make the rest of the cards and I'll show you at the end how they turned out. I won't make them on camera because it'll be quite repetitive for you to watch. So I think I'm going to put my Here's to You over here on the right hand side, and it's hanging off the edge of the square a little bit. I've put it on foam tape to give it a bit of a lift. And now for some flowers. I'm thinking 3 might be enough. 5's going to be far too many. So I think that's going to work as an arrangement. Having 2 flowers over this side kind of balances the weight of this. But we do need another flower here, I think. And that creates a visual triangle with the flowers. 1, 2, 3. I've got some extra leaves, which I'm going to tuck under here and there just to fill out everything. These leaves come with the flower die set. You obviously don't need the exact dies that I've used today. You can use whatever you have to create a wreath. These dies are just sort of adding a little bit of an extra layer onto the wreath. So now for the centre of the flower centres, I'm going to use pale gold Nouveau drops because it goes with the gold that's already on there. And I think I'll dot a few around. This is quite a chunky card with all the dimension from the flowers and the sentiment, so it might not be one you want to post, but you can certainly hand deliver it or pop it in a parcel. So that's my first card today. We've got a nice muted background of greeny blues and bluey violets. Some brightness and lightness from the white wreath and leaves and the orange on the flowers, and a nice bold sentiment. Plus shimmer and shine and dimension and all those other things that make cards really yummy. Do stick around for a couple more minutes and I'll show you how the other 5 cards turned out. Right, I'm back and I've got 5 more cards to show you. Here's the one we just made. And here's one where I used the last 2 flowers. For this one, I cut some whimsical circles and layered them onto the square, sort of offsetting them to fill in the area. And then I added a Let's Celebrate You right in the middle and the flowers either side. So there's a nice diagonal design going on. On these whimsical circles, there are little round circles. So I covered those in Nouveau Glitter Drops Gold Coast, I think it is. So they've dried clear, but they've got little bits of gold glitter in. This is card number 3. I decided to go a very different tack with this one. I used a die to cut this star circle wreath thing. I added my sentiment down here so that it would create a bit of a diagonal with this large star. And then I added some more of those Nouveau glitter drops again in a diagonal. For the rest of the cards, the other 3, I made some different flowers just for kind of speed's sake, I suppose. I took a piece of linen textured cardstock and I smushed on some of that dried marigold distress oxide and cut lots of flowers out with this a multi-flower die. For the wreath element, I cut out a doily and then I used a circle die to cut out the middle to just give me a wreath with that doily edge, I suppose, or a frame rather than a wreath. I then placed that off to the right hand side, popped a happy birthday off to the left hand side, so we've got bits sticking out either side, and then filled in all the gaps with these smushy flowers. I popped in some little leaves and some gold Nouveau drops for flower centres. To make the frame on this card, I used 2 scalloped circle dies and cut them like that and used the bit in between the dies to stick on here. I put that over to the left this time and the sentiment over to the right and filled in everything with those flowers. I did add lots of leaves on this one because the frame itself was quite flat and I wanted to break that up with some texture from the leaves. For my final card, I used this stitched circle frame die. I popped it up here in the top right hand corner, put a Here For You right in the middle, and then layered some flowers on the frame, 3 up here, 3 down here, added in my leaves, and that was that one really. So that's 6 cards made from that background. They've all got different frames or wreaths, different sentiments, but more or less the same idea on all of them. So use what you have. You don't have to have the same dies as me. See what you've got in your stash and see if you can come up with something like this that you enjoy. Right, thanks for joining me today and I will see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.